What happened?
It was bad. Wasn't funny.
What did he get booed for?
It was funny.
Oh, wait. He was... Okay, so I was confused. I thought he did a concert and they booed him.
No, he did his step. Remember, he's saying he's going to be a comedian now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Everybody's a comedian.
There's no way.
Everybody's a comedian.
There's no way.
Dave Chappelle does it. Now, easy. Just sit up here and talk. And that's it. Ain't nothing about it. Dave Chappelle don't give no jokes. He just talk.
No way.
Everybody's a comedian now. Shout out to T.I. He was horrific.
Now I have to find it. It has to be on.
It was bad. If you didn't get to see it, go see it. He got booed.
Wait, so
he did it in New York, in the Barclays.
That's what I was about to say.
It was bad.
You came from Atlanta.
It was bad.
To New York.
Exactly. You should stay in Atlanta and keep practicing.
You're funny on your show. There's a difference.
He's not a comedian though. Just because you're funny. I'm funny. I ain't a comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try it.
Yeah, some people say, "Oh, you're a comedian." No, I ain't.
Maybe we should try it.
Nope.
Let's try it. Let's just go on. Let's just try it. Try to be comedians.
Me?
2 comedians.
I can't do it.
No, we're gonna try it together.
I'm naturally funny though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't try to be funny. I'm
naturally funny sometimes. So let's just
one of those things.
I want to try to be a comedian. What y'all think?
That's not funny.
I cannot believe. I thought he did a show. I'm sitting here like, why would they boo T.I.? Like, what did he do? Now I know that you were just up there to be a comedian. What?
Exactly.
I wouldn't even book a show. I mean, I wouldn't even buy a ticket. I'm sorry. I'm not buying a ticket. If they said T.I. is coming to the area to be a comedian, I'm not buying a ticket.
Horrific.
Because what are you doing? You're a rapper. What are you doing?
Yep, it was bad.
You have been in a couple of movies and you were okay, but your roles were serious. You didn't have funny roles. So what are you doing?
Yep. And then you heard Chris Rock said he's not going to talk about the whole
until he get paid.
Until he get paid.
He said he finally got his hearing back.
That's right. So he's going to do like an interview, not even interview. He's going to do like something where he sit down and talk about it. But pay me my money.
He should.
I agree with him. Listen, that's whack. I think that's whack by Chris Rock. Let me tell you what's whack. You could have sued the Academy, and you could have sued what's it called? What's his name again?
Will Smith.
You could have sued Will Smith and sued the Academy.
Maybe that's what he's doing. That's why he's not talking till he get paid.
No, he's talking about if somebody want to hear it, they have to pay him to hear his story. That's what he's saying. So now it's about money now.
You want to know why? Because he would lose his black card if he sued Will Smith. Now sue the Academy though.
But I don't know which black person would have agreed with his foolishness.
Because they're gonna say, "Oh, you're gonna sue him, and you were wrong." He knows he'll lose his black card. You'll lose your black card.
Well, listen, a lot of black people agreed with him, so I maybe 100% agree with you on that one.
Yeah, because they
know
a
lot of people agree with him.
He's gonna lose his black card by saying, "Oh, I'm Will Smith. I'm suing you." Like, come on. You're a bro. You're from Brooklyn. You're from the hood. You understand? Like you're gonna sue him. Why? Because you are famous and you have money. That he'll lose his black card.
I lose or not lose my black card, I would have sued the hell out of him and the Academy, and he wouldn't have no case because everything is on camera. Sue the hell out of him and the Academy.
Yeah, like Jim Carrey said, I'd sue him for $200 million, and
exactly,
so would I.
Exactly,
and laugh at you,
and then say, "I'll tell my story after you pay me as well."
Right.
So I don't know. I don't understand because Academy would have paid right up because they wouldn't have no.
They don't want to deal with that.
They're never going to fight that. Will Smith would probably say, "All right, he's going to settle. He's never going to fight that." You know what I mean? Nobody going to fight that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I would have sued too.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. If you took my black card for that, you took my black card. But guess what? You slapped me on national TV. Granted, I made a joke, but I'm a comedian.
As if you listen to Academic said something that was I thought would make sense.
I didn't see it.
This is what he said. I ain't a thug. I ain't gonna go shoot nobody up. I ain't gonna disrespect anybody. I ain't gonna go rob nobody. See, I'm a law-abiding citizen and I pay my taxes. So if you come see me, I'm gonna call the police because I pay my taxes. So it's the same thing for Chris Brown. He pays his taxes, call the police, get him arrested. You're not a gangster. They're gonna take a slap and say, I'm gonna move on. No.
That's true.
If you're not about that life, That's why you have police, and that's why you pay your taxes.
That's true.
Yeah, right or wrong?
No, you're right about that. He's a law abiding. He's a citizen.
He's a citizen.
He's a citizen, so he can do that.
That's right.
At the same time, he's in the entertainment. I get it on both ends. Like, you're in the entertainment business, and you'll lose your black card just because you're black. And so it's like, you shouldn't do that because you're black, which is, no, I should do that because I'm black.
That makes no sense.
Right, but
you know why that don't make no sense? Because there's a lot of black people out here shooting each other. You're black, I'm still going to shoot you.
Yeah,
exactly.
But that's what I mean about the black card. The black card is like, it's very tricky. It's very tricky because he would lose his black card for doing that, when in reality, he's a citizen. He can do that.
Yeah.
If I want to sue you, I can sue you. It doesn't take anything away from me, but the black community is still going to say, but why would you do that to Smith? You didn't have to sue him. You could have did this. You could have did that. When in all actuality, no, he should have sued him, because if it was a white man, he would have sued him.
The crap out of him. I don't care what nobody says. I'll be all right.
He's not part of that lifestyle, so hey, sue him.
Y'all be okay.
I'm gonna get you where it hurts. You know what? You did that to me on national TV. I'm gonna get you where it hurts. Give me my $200 million.
That's right.
Now I'm $200 million richer for a slap. Appreciate you.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
That slap was worth every penny.
Every penny. I'm sorry. Every penny. It is what it is.
Yep, definitely what.
He would have lost his black card, but hey, I would have still.
I don't see. I'm confused by the black card point, because how would he lose his black card because of that?
Because he's suing. Because I forgot who said it, but somebody had already said, when they said, was he going to press charges? And they were like, no, he's not going to press charges. Why would he do that? He's a black man.
What does that mean?
Because the black man, I guess, should not be pressing charges on another black man. That's why I say that it's that tricky thing.
Whose idiot said that? Listen to me.
It was a couple people that said that when it first happened, when they said that he should press charges, and they said no, and it was like, of course he would. He doesn't want to lose his black card. And it's like, it was all over Twitter. See, I do black Twitter. Yeah. Black Twitter's crazy.
I never been on black Twitter. That's probably why.
Black Twitter will attack you in a minute. Listen, they do not care over there. They don't care.
That statement about he's black, don't press charges. Oh no.
Yes. Black Twitter
that's like those snitch foolishness. Oh yeah. I pay my taxes. You do something wrong around me, that police gonna come to my door, I am calling 911. 911.
And he is gonna say, yes, that was him right there, sir.
Yes, that was him. Right there. So don't commit no crime around me. I'm gonna snitch. I'm telling you already. I tell you straight now.
It's not snitching. You're a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, I'm a law-abiding citizen. Don't do no crime around me. I'm gonna tell.
You're a law-abiding citizen.
Exactly.
You honestly have a
taxes.
Right.
I pay my taxes, but the police is there for a reason. And if you do crime around me, I'm gonna tell. So I tell everybody before. Don't do nothing around me, because I'm gonna tell. I ain't snitch. I'm not gonna go snitch, but don't set me up to lie for you.
Right. No. It's not like you're gonna walk down to the police station like, yeah, I know who did that.
Yep, that's right.
But you just did that right in front of you. Like, you just put me in a situation
where I have to lie.
Where I have to lie. Then I didn't do that, sir. He did that.
Exactly.
I'm going home.
I ain't gonna sit in no jail cell for your foolishness.
I get it.
I'm being honest with you. I tell everybody this up front. I told wifey the same thing. Don't do nothing crazy about me, because I'm gonna tell.
You gonna tell on her too?
I'm gonna tell. I tell her all the time.
Oh, no.
It's what my mom did to me one time. I got arrested. I went down to Manhattan, down at what's the name of the place called again? The Tombs.
Oh gosh.
The Tombs. So if you don't know where the Tombs is, congratulations.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the Tombs.
I went to the Tombs. Oh, some foolishness. Called my mom. Hey, mom, locked up. Where are you? In Manhattan. All right. Let me know when you get out.
She left you.
That was it.
She knew
she wasn't like, are you going to be bailed out? No. You get yourself there, you get yourself out.
That's because she knew you was in the Tombs. That's like...
No, I didn't listen. She didn't know what the Tombs is. I said I'm locked up in Manhattan. That was it.
Oh, my God.
She didn't know what the Tombs or not Tombs or whatever it was.
She didn't care. She just said, let me know when you get out.
Exactly. That's it. There wasn't no, let me know how much the bail is. None of that.
That would have been me.
Nope.
I would have been like, how much is the bail?
Find yourself in there, you find yourself out.
Nah, I get that. Mom's real for that.
Exactly.
Did you get yourself out?
Eventually, yeah. Eventually,
He said eventually.
Eventually.
Sound like you was there for a couple days.
Yo, and my first is that was my first or no, that was my first. That was not my first. Probably like my third one.
Your third in the Tombs? Why would you go back to the Tombs after the first time?
My first time in Tombs, but my third time, like, seeing the Pobo. First time in the Tombs, I have to say, if you've ever been to the Tombs is very cold, I have to say.
Yes.
It's always cold. I understand why these people don't play the heating bill. It's always cold. Probably what it is, it's too much people down there, and to get hot, it stinks. So they rather keep it cold than hot.
Yeah, because it's just all it is a real big bullpen.
No. You never been to the Tombs. That's why you said that.
No, I've been to the Tombs one time.
It's not bullpen. They have different ones.
They have different.
The first one you walk in, and then they call you, then you go to another one, and they call you, you go another one, they call you, you go another. It's like 4 or 5 different ones before you go see the judge. So you go to different ones.
Yes, that's what. But it's
all right. I agree with you. Like different bullpens.
Yes,
all right.
Yes,
I agree with you.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I went one time and was like, I swear I will never do anything down here.
And I have to say, I can't front. That cheese sandwich, the white bread with the cheese sandwich, not that bad.
No, you didn't.
The cheese is kind of hard, but I was hungry.
No, you didn't.
White bread with the cheese, ain't that bad. And the chocolate milk,
no, you didn't.
I have to say, not that bad.
No, you didn't.
I can't front.
I ate the apple.
You didn't eat the cheese?
I didn't touch the cheese. I didn't want the milk. I ate the orange. I mean, that was it.
That government cheese, not that bad, I have to say.
No. Let me tell you guys, it's disgusting. And
she don't know what you're talking about. She's never been there.
I told them that I don't even eat pork, and they still brought me salami. And I was like, what?
They gave you meat?
Yes. I had salami and cheese. Mm-mm. And they were like, just take the salami off. I was like, this is terrible.
Didn't give me no meat.
Like, why would you even put a female down here?
Yeah. I met some listen, I have to say, I met some wonderful guys down there, too. There's some good guys in jail. I don't care what y'all talk about. There's some good people in jail. I can't affront. I met some good guys down there. Do I still talk to them? Not in this world, no. But I did meet some nice guys down there.
I talked to one girl for probably like 6 months after. Then after that, like lost touch. Like 6 months, yeah. She was cool.
No.
Because she helped me through, honestly.
I didn't take no numbers. I didn't do nothing. I said, hey.
Yeah, we
That was it. But I have to say it. I met some nice guys down there. Very nice guys.
Well, the reason I ended up talking to her because we got sent to what was it? They transferred me to Valhalla. They ended up transferring me to Valhalla. And she came too. So and she was like, yeah, I could tell this is your first time. I was like, yeah. Like this is my first time. I don't want to be here. And it was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you went 3 times. I really don't. I don't understand.
So I said you're funny, and Poison said you're funny. It's different type of funny. Yes, exactly. Thank you. I thought it was very funny. But yeah, like I said, I met some nice guys down there, and it was super cool. I have to say, super cool.
He found the Tombs super cool. Y'all have to go. The thing is, you have to go to the Tombs to understand why I say I don't understand how he ended up there 3 times.
No, I didn't. I said the Tombs. I ended up one time.
Oh, one time. I thought you was in the Tombs.
No, one time I went to other places, but the Tombs only one time. But I have to say, Tombs was not bad. And I have to say, police be lying.
Yes, they do.
They lie like a rug. I have to say that.
Yes, they do.
They lie like a rug.
They do.
And I'm an honest person. So when I tried out to you understand, they always say when you speak to police, be honest. No, because they lying to you.
Yeah.
They lie to you all the time.
They lie. And then when they get in front of their colleagues, you know what? I sat there a couple times and just watched them, and they really, really make fun of everybody that comes in there with their colleagues. Like they'll be all nice to you when you're walking through and sitting. Then when you get in the room and
completely different.
They're with their colleagues. Oh, it's different. You're the joke of the day. You're literally the joke of the day, and it will irritate you because the COs, and the officers, they all just sit there and kind of antagonize you, but they try to be funny about it.
Listen, this guy said to me, "Hey, you're enjoying yourself way too much." I say, "Well, I'm going to be mad. Like there's no reason for me to be here." That's what I said. So you're enjoying yourself way too much, and I was like, I didn't think I was enjoying myself, but. What I'm gonna do? I can't cry.
I asked what time it was, and they all started laughing, and I was just like, "What?" So I said, well, what time is it? And they said, well, what does it matter? Where are you going?
Exactly.
I said, oh my God.
So this whole conversation started when we talked about the whole Chris Rock not pressing charges. And you said, what did you say about
I said that he didn't press charges because he didn't want to lose his black card.
Yes. So if you believe that,
was that me?
I don't know. That's probably you. Yeah. It's if you believe that, that's something you really look at yourself for. Because as a black man, you slapped another black man, but you said Will Smith didn't lose his black card, but the guy who pressed charges against him will lose his.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
It was all Black Twitter was hammering him.
I don't know what. Listen, my question. I always hear this like Black Instagram on Black Twitter.
Mhm.
Explain what Black Twitter and Black, because I don't know. I Googled Black Twitter, never came up.
Oh, you had to Google Black Twitter or hashtag Black Twitter. So Black Twitter is basically a Black community where they say what they want, literally. They will attack you. They will cancel you. They will protect you. They'll do what they do. But Black Twitter is basically the Black community of what Black people accept and what they don't accept. That's really what it is. And they go hard at it. And I'm a part of Black Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I comment, sometimes I don't. But it's the comments that they make. It's like, whoa. Like, it's some things that I myself was sitting there like, oh, this isn't allowed. I didn't know this.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I wish I was on Twitter as much as you, because I would have went in and anybody say such craziness.
And they would have went in on you.
They could go in, but I don't understand. Like, you slap me and I can't press charges because you're Black. You know how much Black people killing each other on the street? Are you crazy? Listen,
Right.
as I said, you commit crime around me, I'm going to snitch. I'll be the biggest snitch than 6ix9ine. If the 6ix9ine snitch, but the whole 6ix9ine thing is foolishness too.
No, 6ix9ine. Did you see him? Not to cut you off and change the subject, but did you see what he did this weekend?
His video?
Yeah,
He's coming out with a video.
the video he did in Bushwick at the projects.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been all over Black Twitter. That's been all over everything.
Well,
I'm about to go on Black Twitter in my
What did
thing.
he do?
So, you know he's a snitch. He's from Bushwick.
I don't think he's a snitch, but go ahead.
Well, that's okay. That's what they're calling him.
Okay.
Okay, they're calling him a snitch.
Okay. Here.
So he went to Bushwick.
Uh-huh.
And he did a video
Mm-hmm.
with some gang members
Mm-hmm.
that are not supposed to accept a snitch.
Okay.
So he did it with the gang members, but some of them had on masks, some of them didn't.
Okay.
But the looks on their faces it's like you could tell they did it because they were paid.
Okay.
You can tell that off the bat. They did it because they were paid. But they looked like they were scared to death
Of what?
of whoever was going to come up and probably shoot the video up or something. You could look and tell. Like
you can't be a gang member and be street.
You have to see it.
That's an oxymoron.
Right.
Not saying you said something. I said if you be a gang member, you can't be scared and be a gang member.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying is like that's what they were doing, and it was like, why are you even in the video? But you can tell that it was just because they got paid for it.
So Black Twitter was upset that it was in the video. What was they upset about?
Black, you know what? I didn't even go on Black Twitter for that. I seen that on
Regular Twitter.
No, what was that? Facebook.
Oh,
I seen that on Facebook.
oh.
I'm on Black Twitter.
Yeah, I saw the video. I saw a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw a little bit of video.
I don't care for him, so I really didn't matter.
I have no problem with 6ix9ine. I played his music the other day. I had no problem with 6ix9ine. He did what he had to do. He had to do what he do. He had to get home to his family. He did what he had to do. It is what it is. I don't look at what he did. This is my personal opinion. I don't look what he did, snitching or not snitching. Again, that's the game they play. And if you're gonna play the game, there's gonna be winners and losers in all game.
Do you think he's a gang member?
Do I think he's a gang member?
Yes.
He's perceived as a gang member. That's how people perceive him.
I mean, I understand he told the truth to get home.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he? I didn't even watch his trial. I can't even say. To be honest with you, I did not even keep up with him because I never really cared for him.
Listen,
he looked like a clown.
I have no problem with whatever he did or didn't do. That's none of my business. I mind my business. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I mind my business. If he wants to go and tell, that's his business. If he don't want to go tell, that's his business. None of my business if he tell or not tell. If you're gonna play the game, good or bad. Let's say, all right. Say you and I go rob a bank.
Yes.
I get caught. You told, hey, my partner was this guy. His name is blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then they come after me. You think I'm mad at you? I'm not going to mad at you. No, I'm not going to mad at you because I knew there was a chance that I'm going to get caught. And there's a chance that you're going to get caught. And there's a chance that you're going to snitch. So how I look at it, and maybe everybody look at it different than me.
Right.
Right? When you go commit a crime, there is a chance that you're going to get caught. Yes. And there's a chance that you might get caught. And if you get caught, you know that eventually you're going to go to jail.
Yes.
Right or wrong?
Yes.
So the guy saying my partner was A, B, C, and D, he already knew that if he get caught or somebody didn't snitch, eventually they would have caught him and he would have went to jail. So when you, and that's all how I look at life a little differently. It's the fact that look at all your options, look at the penalties for those decisions that you're making, and if you're okay with those penalties, then do what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're good with those penalties, do what you have to do.
That's my point.
Then there's no reason. If you get caught, what are you telling for when?
You're telling because at the end of the day, like, okay, this is my penalty.
You knew what the possibilities were when you went out and did whatever you did.
Yeah,
you got caught. Why are you telling? You knew you shouldn't have went. Should have stayed home.
I agreed. He knew his penalties, what he did.
He should have stayed home.
So did the guys that went with him do the penalties as well.
And he should. And if that's the case, I just feel like if you were a part of it and you knew what was going on and you accepted the terms of everything that go with it, and we get caught, then why are you telling? But
so you think it was fair for me to stay in jail for 20 years and you sit out there?
No, that's what I was gonna say but. I do kind of understand where I do understand where he was coming from. It's because I'm going to prison for all of you and none of you are going with me.
That's my point.
None of you are going with me, and I'm going for 20 years by myself when we all did this. So everybody needs to step up.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody needs to step up.
So that's why I'm not, listen, if you chose to play the game, this is part of the game. You get caught, somebody snitch on you, it's all part of the game. In every game you play, there's going to be somebody who cheat. Every game you play, you could play TikTok, you could play basketball, you could play football.
Somebody's going to cheat.
Somebody's going to cheat. So if you know you're playing a game, eventually somebody on your team is going to cheat, and the person who's going to cheat is the person who's going to snitch on you. There's always that person in the crew.
And you have to take your chances with that.
Yep, exactly. Any job you go to, there's always somebody who talk too much.
And you had to take your chances.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not upset, mad, or whatever decision he made. As a man, he made a decision what he thinks is best. Do I agree with him or not? For me, it's not about agree or nothing. It's that everybody knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, so like I can't say that either. That I agree. But I mean, I don't know. And I just ain't put myself in a situation.
As I said, if you could see me, I'm a law-abiding person. If you do something around me, I'm gonna tell you. Don't do nothing around me, so I don't have to tell.
I understand.
That's one of those things.
So I'll make sure I won't rob a bank around you.
Don't rob no bank around me.
I won't.
Even if you give me 50%,
I was about to say I'm gonna give you half.
Yeah, give me half, and then I'm gonna like, listen, I'm gonna give back my half to the cops and say she did it.
Oh,
that's right.
Okay, all right. I ain't giving you half then.
Yo, you know what? Somebody said, and I have to really assess it, and I agree 100%. 100% I agree with this statement. He said, and maybe things that I may have to change as well. He said, when you go work for somebody, they tell you how much an hour of your life is worth.
Right. They do. An hour of your life is worth $20 an hour. Your life is worth $20 an hour.
Life is only worth what somebody is willing to pay for it per hour.
Right.
Think about it. You don't have a long life. Think about that.
And but they're telling you it's worth $20 an hour.
And there's some people getting paid $10. Your life, for an hour of your life, is only worth $10 to somebody.
You're risking your life for $10 an hour. I didn't think about that.
That is, I thought about it. I'm like, yo, that's so true. Like, somebody is paying me for an hour of my life, and I think life means so much. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay
That
for it.
makes you look at it totally different.
Completely. When he said that, I'm like, 100% agree with that. And I said to myself, yeah, I got to figure it out.
Because we're looking at it as 20. If you don't look at it that before you said that, we're just looking at it like 20. You want to give me $20 an hour? That's not enough, but I'll settle for it right now till I find something better. Mm-hmm. That's how we look at it. We're like, I want more than $20, but $20 is good right now because everybody else is offering less. So I'm going to take your 20 till I find something better. But what it really is I'm giving you $20 for 8 hours of your life.
Yeah.
So your life today, if you work 5 hours, your life is worth $100 to me right now. That's it.
That's right.
I don't want to do that.
That's crazy.
I don't want to do that.
Listen. Well, that changed my mindset 100%. Just for that one little statement.
And this is why
maybe I'm crazy to think that, but that is one of the best statements. And the other statement that I heard also was this: if you can't be used, you're useless.
Right.
2 statements. You know where I heard them from? Both was rappers. One was Fabulous was the one that said, if you can't be used, you're useless.
Yes.
And the other one was another rapper. I can't remember his name at the top of my head. He said he never worked a job, a regular job, where somebody paid him because they was offering how much money is his life per hour.
That's how much you think my life is.
Yeah, exactly. So he said, that's the reason I never worked a regular job, or somebody paid me. I work for somebody because they are telling me how much my life is worth. And I'm saying to myself, that is that just blew my mind.
No, it just blew it. Like, it made me think too, like, oh, right.
That's how much, like, when I'm getting paid now, like,
that much.
That's how much my life is worth for an hour.
Right. Even though my job right now pays pretty good. Very well. I will say that. Very well. But I'm still looking at it like, that's what you think I'm worth?
That's
an hour?
My point.
You think that's what I'm worth an hour?
A lot of y'all out there working right now, listening. Think about it.
$21 because they feel like you're worth $21.
Yep.
That's
so
it.
If you're out there making $10 an hour, $15 an hour, whatever you're making, I don't know what it is, but whatever you're making, they're saying this is what your life is worth per hour. That's crazy. Like, I never thought about it like that, but it's one of those things.
And that's why I'm going to go home and push my business further.
Yeah.
I really, and I seen something that got my attention was, if you make $300 a day, 7 days a week, that's $2,100 a week.
7 times 3 is 20. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's $2,100 a week. I don't feel like doing math in my head,
it's
so
okay.
I'm gonna do that.
I do it for you. I do it for you.
So you times that by you times that by 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's your monthly income. Working on your own.
That's right.
So that's $8,400 a month, and that's just $300 a day, tax free. Well, I mean, you pay your taxes.
There's always tax.
Yeah, you got to pay your taxes.
The government want their cut.
They want their cut, yeah. But let's just say that's $8,400. Since I heard that like 3 years ago, I've been pushing to make $300 a day. Now that's not in your direct sales. That's in your profit. So if you're selling something, it's not what you put it for. It's your profit after you make that. So in the way they broke it down, really not hard to sell. I mean, to make $300 a day on your own. Really not. If you have something for $50, what are you selling that, 6 times? That's not it. If you can get 6 people to buy something for $50, it's really not that hard if you push yourself to do it. That's better than somebody telling me I'm worth $21 an hour.
That's
that's
what your life is worth.
My life. That just all came together to me. Like, I'd rather say what I'm worth. I'd rather say I'm going to push myself to make $300 for the day than for somebody to tell me that I'm not even going to make $300 with them a day.
Sorry.
I'm not even making 300 with you a day.
It's
I'd rather push myself.
exactly.
I'd rather do that. Now
I-
that all this is together, it's just making me feel like,
I look at it completely. I could look at it like after I heard that, I'm like,
time to go in for yourself.
Yeah.
To tell yourself what you're worth.
yeah,
That's my thing right
yeah.
there is
mindset completely changed on that.
tell yourself what you're worth. And being in business is not for everyone. It really is not. Some people are meant to work for someone else. Being an entrepreneur, running your own business, having it is really not for everyone. It's not. But at least reevaluate what you're doing at your job. Don't kill yourself to be at your job because when you're dead, they're going to replace you.
Yes.
If they fire you, they're going to replace you.
I know what I noticed. We work harder for somebody else's dream than we work for ours.
Yes, because you'll go in there and bust your tail for them to recognize you at their company. You're going to go in there and you're going to bust your butt to get recognized by them, and it's their company. All they're doing, they're not giving you a share. They're not giving you half of what they're making. They're not even getting a quarter. You're getting a pinch with that paycheck. But you're going in there killing yourself or making sure that you're a team player and making sure that, oh no, I'm here. I'm supporting my job. Yeah, I support my job enough for me to do what I got to do and go home.
And something else, something else that somebody said, and it hit me across the head as well. And people were like, I'm not rich. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I have to say, and we get into the whole God situation and whatever the situation is that your blessing might not be money. Your blessing might be you live for till 90 till you're 90.
Right.
That may be your blessing. Your blessing. Some people is gonna work hard and never achieve their goal or never get the money that they want. Some people's gonna do that.
But they'll live to their like 90.
But you live until you're 90.
They end up living a comfortable life.
Yes.
And
so
that's true.
You have to look at it that way.
Your blessing might not
Your
be
blessing
money.
might not be money. And there's some people that, perfect example. My brother that died recently, I was watching his shows this morning, 21 Bridges. What's his name again? Had cancer.
Oh.
And he died. He was like 32 or whatever.
I can't remember his name.
He came in.
I know who
you're
talking about.
Black Panther.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
He had blessing. He got money. He was famous. He died at 30. He died very young.
Of cancer. No kids, just a fiance.
Yep. So I know a lot of us be like, I want to make money. I want to make this. This is what I want and whatever. Your blessing may be like you have 5, 6 beautiful kids, healthy. You have a mom that's healthy around and see you grow up. Some people wealth is in different ways.
Right.
You know what I mean, your mom might still be alive in her 80s, 90s years old, and that's your gift.
And that's your blessing
That's
there.
your blessing.
Is that you still have at least one parent.
Exactly.
Your blessing could be that you don't have any health conditions.
Exactly.
You're healthy. Nothing's wrong with you.
Money may not be, and a lot of us out there killing ourselves for money, and money may not be your blessing.
It might not be your blessing.
You know
Living life and being able to survive and having the little things that you don't realize is a blessing is what your blessing is.
What your blessing is. We don't know what it is. But remember.
But everybody pushes for money to be a blessing.
Everybody think you're rich, you're blessed. Not in all situations.
How many rich people have committed suicide?
Exactly.
Like the money, and that's the thing. Money does not fix everything. It might fix your financial state, but are you happy? Do you really have what you want? Are you really living the life that you want because you can go anywhere you want or buy anything you want? How many rich people have committed suicide? How many rich people are in depression for the fact that they are rich?
I just look at this like this. After you have a certain kind of money and you did everything, what else do you have left?
Nothing.
Only thing you got left is your family and your friends.
Yeah.
After that,
you have nothing.
You have nothing else. Because you could only buy a certain amount of cars. You can only go on a certain amount of vacation. You can only when you have a certain amount of money, you only certain things you could do. After that, it gets boring.
Yeah, because what haven't you done? Or it's like, what haven't you giving your kids.
Yep.
Like, so over the holiday, T.I.'s daughter, she has a daughter now. And
He's a
people,
grandfather?
yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
And now he's going to do comedy as a grandfather?
Right.
Yeah, you got a lot of stories.
A whole lot. So his daughter had a baby, and for Christmas, she was on live, and I guess it wasn't enough gifts for the community, the world, society, and they were coming after her. And I felt where she was coming. I mean, I'm not rich, but as she said, why do I have to give my daughter all these lavish gifts? Why? Because I have money? And because she's able to get what she wants. So because she's supposed to get what she wants, I'm just supposed to buy all these lavish gifts for y'all to look at? For what? She gets gifts all the time. She's spoiled by my mother and father all the time. Why do I have to do this for Christmas for y'all to feel good about what I'm doing as a parent? And that's coming from a young girl who has money, who's coming from money. And I get what she's saying is, she said she's only one. She's still a baby. What does all these gifts matter at this point? And that's coming from somebody who gets anything she wants, that was raised with money. And that says a lot. And people were still trying to put her down and crucify her because she didn't want to get her daughter all these lavish gifts for Christmas. But that just goes to show, it must have, even for her growing up, is like, maybe she had everything and it was still boring. Maybe she had everything and it still wasn't fun. So it's like, I'm going to raise my child to understand that having all these lavish things does not make life fun. That's how I took it. And you're not paying attention.
I heard everything. I heard everything you said. No, I heard everything you said. I'm just saying. Yeah, I heard you. Everything you just said. I don't disagree with nothing you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying. I'm just saying it is. How can I say? It's just one of the situations we got to figure out.
Yeah.
One of the situations we got to figure out because it makes no sense. But these, as I said, those two things that was said by those four young men, like, meant a lot to me.
Yeah, now that and means a lot. Like I said, it puts things in a different perspective.
It does.
Now I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and push harder for myself.
It does. And if you out there working a regular job, we're not saying nothing is wrong with working a regular job. We're saying that what they're paying you, is that what your life is worth?
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's what we're saying.
I mean, I still work a job.
Yep.
I still work a job. I'm not gonna say that I don't. I still work a job. But what I learned also from the hospital, from my manager, she even used to say to us, take care of yourself and your family before you take care of this job. Because if I have to replace you, I'm going to replace you.
Yeah.
And my manager said that to me. And because there were times that I would miss my daughter's game. I would be like, I got to get somebody to take her to the doctors. And one day I was in there and I had told my manager and I said, I'm sorry it's last minute, but my daughter has a game and I missed her last 3. Can I leave? And she's like, why wouldn't you tell me this earlier? And I was like, huh? And she's like, your daughter's game is more important than this job. I'm sorry. Yes, I need you, but can I get someone else to fill in for you? Yes. Or can your job be done by someone else? Yes. She's like, so go to your daughter's game. And that's what she said. Take care of your kids and home first because that's important. This job is important and I need you, but home needs you first. Because if I have to replace you, I'm going to replace you.
Yeah, and you might be in a job that you think like it's the best job ever, and they can't do without me. I could tell you, they'll fire you tomorrow and find somebody else to replace you.
Replace you immediately. Immediately.
I'm just saying.
I worked in the hospital for 11 years, and I've seen somebody leave on Monday. And they had somebody else by Thursday.
That's right.
Literally. Somebody in there by Thursday. You come into the job in the morning. They get security to walk you out. Thursday, there's somebody new coming in.
To fill your shoes.
To fill your shoes that fast.
That's all we're saying. That's all we are saying.
So what we're saying
is those things,
take care of yourself, take care of home.
Your life is worth more than what somebody's paying you to do it. That's all I'm saying.
I even stopped doing overtime at one time at the hospital. I used to kill overtime.
Yeah, you used to give it overtime like it's going to stop.
Yeah.
But listen, in the ER, we used to see how much we could make every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Like we'll go like, I want to make $4,000 on my next check.
Right.
Let's do it. And we have a competition to see who can make more money every 2 weeks. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, we'll sit down and say, all right, this is my paycheck, and then we'll see. And then whoever wins had to buy lunch.
Yes.
That's what we do. We'll sit and say, yo, I'm getting it. And then we'll see who at the end of the week, we'll see who won.
When that book came out.
That's right.
Ooh, when that book came out, it was like you were racing to that book.
That's right.
You were racing to the book to be like, yes, let me get in the book. And there was one coworker, I ain't gonna say her name, but there was one that nobody really cared for, because it was like she could see the book coming out of the room before anybody. And when you looked, her name was up there like crazy, but she never participated. She never participated in who's going to make the most for the week and buy lunch. She never participated.
Oh, she never? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The blonde hair.
Okay, gotcha. I know.
Never participated, but her name was all over the place.
All over the place.
And everybody would complain, like, why is she getting all of this? Granted, yeah, make your money, but that's what we be like, yeah, let's see who's going to make the most. And it didn't matter what shift you were on. It didn't matter what shift, because you did night shift, right?
I did every shift. Yeah. Morning, afternoon, evening.
But your main one, I think, was like night shift, or
no, exactly. It wasn't. It was evening. It was evening. But you would send me listen.
Yeah, because I left at 6.
Yeah, no.
7. 7.
I was there for a long time. I used to do triples all day.
Yeah, I did the triples.
Yeah. So we're just talking about like life is too short. And we're not telling you, what you gotta do. We're just saying, like, after those statements that was said, it made me look at life completely different, and I got to figure it out. Because don't get me wrong, my job paid me well.
Mine too.
Do I think I deserve way more than that? Every single day. Every time I get in my car and say I'm driving somewhere, going to somebody's job, I always think, I could do better than this.
Yes. I was reading the comments because Tony said blonde hair. What do you mean? But I think somebody answered it.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Yeah. But it is. And it is, and yeah, I was reading the comment. Everyone wants to be their own boss, but don't know the first thing about business and development. That's true.
Yep.
Like, a lot of people want to be their own boss, and they go out there because you know what it is. I also I do a lot of Twitter. I do a lot of Instagram.
Black Twitter.
I kind of Black Twitter, regular Twitter. I do both. But when drama goes on, I ain't gonna lie. When the drama goes on, I go over to Black Twitter. That's where I go. When drama starts, I go to Black Twitter. But I was on the internet, and see, you made me lose train of thought.
I'll jump in. Did you figure it out?
Oh, it was about business.
Okay, go ahead.
Somebody had said a lot of people are trying to start their own business because they see what someone else is making, or they look at it like, oh, this person's making a lot of money, or, oh, they've got themselves out there, and they try to do it, not knowing what it takes to really do it and how long it really takes for you to get out there. It's not an overnight. You can't just decide, okay, I'm going to make candles and all of a sudden just start making thousands of dollars overnight. No. Yeah.
It's a process.
It's a process. It may take 5 years.
And I have to say this. Shout out to every station that's streaming us right now. And I'm going to say something some people might be bothered about. And I'm going to say it anyway. Because, I'm a very funny person. And shout out to, like I said, shout out to all the stations. I'm gonna shout them off. That's the way I say. If you look up all the stations when it comes to do with internet stations, probably 400 or 500 internet stations out there. And I always say, instead of us building something, build one thing that all of us can survive on and work together to build one big thing.
You mean one big network?
One big network, and say, hey, we know that FM station or certain streaming is doing 10 million listeners. I think if everybody works together, we could probably do 30, 40 million. Because there's so many stations out there that everybody's independent, and then it's hard for everybody to work together to build one thing, because there's a lot of stations out there.
It is.
It's a lot. And
It is.
you might not know it, but yeah, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, because I've noticed a few even when I'm surfing on YouTube, and I've come across a lot of stations that I've never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look like I do. I look at the subscriptions. I look at the likes, the dislikes, the following,
Yep.
and I'm like, oh wow, like where did you people even find this? Well, I guess doing the same thing I'm doing, just surfing.
Yep.
And it's a lot of independent. It's a lot of stations out there, and they're looking for a way too. And if everybody combined,
Be better.
it would be better.
Yep.
But you have those who feel like, no, these are my listeners, or these are my followings, and I don't want to share because what if they like you better and then they don't come to me? Which my thing is, if it's all one group, one network, we're still doing the same thing.
I agree. And I have to say, I think as African Americans, I'm not saying all, most African Americans, when you go to your parents and say, I have an idea for A, B, C, and D. I'm thinking about building the next smart device or whatever the situation is. Most parents is going to say, you better leave me alone, go get a job. Am I wrong or right?
You're right.
Most parents is going to run you and say, go get a regular job like everybody else. I worked at this job for 40 years, and because I worked here, I was able to put food on the table. I bought this house and all these things that they said. Instead of saying, all right, I'm gonna get a loan. I'm gonna give you 20,000 towards your business in A, B, C, and D.
See, I wish I was that parent that said, go get a job.
Yeah.
I wish I was that parent that said, if you don't go get a job, I've invested in my kids' ideas so much that I even said to them, your ideas made me broke.
Yeah.
Your ideas made me broke because I thought about what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
What if this idea my child has really pushes through for them? It wasn't for me. It was for them.
For them.
And it was like, it's ideas that I really be like, I can't even say that weren't good enough. Because I put 2 of them through college. Or they didn't finish. I had to come out my pocket for some money for college.
Mm-hmm.
And one day they just was like, yeah, I'm done. And I was like, what?
Over.
I was like, wait a minute.
Move on.
Wait a minute. Do you know how much I paid for you to stay in a dorm? Do you know what I did? And they're like, yeah, it's over. And I was like, whoa. And then next thing I know, they're coming, but I have this idea. Can you help me do this? And I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think we don't really push our kids to be more independent of building their own ideas and what they want to do. Sometimes we push our kids in what we think they should be doing.
Right. And
so
I had to learn that too.
Tony asked, question for today, can you counsel yourself and be all right? No. You can't count. You always need information from somewhere.
Yes.
Either from your parents or a friend or a family member or somebody. But you have to. There's a lot of people who open businesses and don't know how to run a business.
Right.
You're gonna need help from somebody
because they don't want to ask for help. It's like, let me do this on my own. But you need, even if your help is Googling something on the internet, you're still getting help.
That's right.
You may not be getting it from the physical person, but you're still getting some type of help. So
I was watching this movie. It was called it was a making of Uber, and the main guy, he was the CEO of Uber when Uber first started, and it ended. I think the last show was I think this week. I watched it, and his mom died.
Oh wow!
His dad was in the hospital. His brother was in there. And this is a perfect example of what we're talking about. His brother was in there, and his brother was next to his dad's side. And remember that the CEO of Uber at this time is a billionaire.
Okay.
And his brother was in there next to his dad and said, you know, I know this is not the time. We just buried mom. Dad's in the hospital, but I need some help. I said, I'm broke. I'm going to lose my house. You know, I'm not making any money. And his brother looked at him and said, when I had this idea of building this, and I was in my car and sleeping in my car this whole time, and you live with your wife and you had your kids and everything was gravy with you, and it was, you know, it was rough for me. You never offered to help me at all. Nothing. Not even one advice, nothing. You made fun of me. You laughed about it. Now you have your hands out. He said, I only help people who help me and my friends who supported me. And he said, good luck on your home, and walked out. Remember, his brother is a billionaire. Probably at that time, he's probably worth $3 billion at that point.
Right.
And he said he will not help him because when time was rough for him, he did not support what he was doing. And now his brother's worth, you know, $2-3 billion. His brother said, no, not gonna happen. Me personally, I'm never gonna lie. Me personally, if that was me, I probably would have gave him money. But his brother, like, no. You won't feel it.
I probably would have gave him a little bit. I wouldn't have gave him what he wanted. I probably would have gave him a little bit and then just walked away from that.
Yeah.
That's me. I would have did the same. I would have gave a little bit, not what you asked for, not even what you think you were going to get. But you know what? Here's a little bit for trying to discourage me, not supporting me. But guess what? I'm going to support you and I'm out. And that's it. Leave it at that. Now you do what you do and I'm going to do what I do. And now I'm worth more than you.
Yep.
How about that?
He didn't. He walked away here. Well, the reason we're talking about this because of the three things that were two things that was said. One was when you work a job and somebody paying you per hour for whatever that your wages are, what per hour your wages are, they're telling you that's what 1 hour of your life is worth. And we say we got to figure that out. Because if you're getting paid $10, $15 an hour, whatever you're getting paid, that person's telling you your life is only worth $10.
That's it.
He's only worth $10. That's all he's worth. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's it. That's what you're worth to the job.
That's all you're worth.
And if you die, they're replacing you.
And if you die in that job, if you get sick, say you work for there was a story, and I got a whole bunch of stories. There's a story. A friend of mine's, his dad worked 25 years for the police. His mom worked 20 years as a teacher. They retired around 45 years old. They started, 45, 50, they retired. And when they retired, they say, I'm going to take my first trip to Jamaica. Never been to Jamaica before. We're going to retire a week before. They retired a week before. They planned a trip. They went to Jamaica. A week later, died. Car accident in Jamaica. Never enjoyed their life. And 25 years for one, working, killing himself. And the other 20 years, killing himself. And never enjoyed it.
Mm.
So at some point, guys, I know we're talking kind of craziness right now, but not craziness, but I'm just saying we're giving you an idea you're right. Gotta rethink yourself. Is what that person's paying you? Is that how much
you're worth?
You're worth per hour,
right?
And I think what they pay me, they pay me good. Do they pay me what I'm thinking I'm worth? No, because I think my life is worth at least $1 million an hour. That's what
really.
I think. But what I think my life is worth, maybe less, maybe more than what somebody's gonna pay me. But I'm just telling you what I think my life is worth.
Right. And I mean, we all think that our life is worth that, but just think about it. A job is saying, all these people that I want to work for me, they're only worth $21 an hour. That's all I feel like you're worth to bring me millions of dollars.
Exactly. Freedom and the ability to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's the best life you could live.
And
I'm busting my butt to get there.
Right. And then what a job is giving you is they're saying, I'm going to give you 1 week out of the year or 2 weeks. I'm going to give you 2 weeks out of the year for vacation.
Yep, take some time off away from us.
But I'm giving you 2 weeks. That's all I'm giving you. That's it.
That's it.
And if you want more, you got to work harder to get more. So the more you work for me, the more time I'll give you off.
And Poison said life is priceless. It is. I agree with you, Poison.
It is.
I'm just talking about 1 hour of my life. That's how much it's worth. Yeah, but life is priceless. But we sell it every single day. We sell our life every single day for a certain amount of money. And we got to figure out a better way to do it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's not.
And just think. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, just think about even our sick time. Remember how our sick time used to be where you had to accrue it. You had to accrue it until COVID came. You had to accrue your time until COVID came, until they got sick, until their lives were on the line, until they didn't know if they were going to wake up the next day. Then it became, if you get too sick, now New York State, it pays you for your sick time. Now your job has to pay you for your sick time.
Well, when did that start? When did that start?
That started when COVID started.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so even if you catch COVID, your job has to pay you.
Oh, that's if you get COVID. That's if you get COVID.
But even with being sick, some jobs now, well, I know maybe because I work for the New York State Health Department. Maybe that's why. But we get, even our sick time, like we get paid for it.
And you know what's so crazy you said that? And this is one thing you gotta look at. You work, you get sick. Some jobs give sick time, some don't.
Right.
If you get sick time and they say, okay, you work for 5 years, you never call out. You probably call out once a year, and you accumulate 4 hours of sick time. You know, if that job lets you go, I have to pay you for that.
Right.
They don't pay you for that.
Right. All that stuff that you accumulate. There's people I know that sat there and said, oh, I have about 120 hours of sick time. I'm like, why don't you use it?
I'm not sick.
I'm not sick. Yep. So what? Use it.
They're not going to pay you for it. And perfect example, me. Sorry to cut you. Perfect example, me. When I left my job, when they let me go, my job back in February, I had like almost 200 hours of sick time. Think they paid me for it? They didn't pay me a penny for it.
I think the only thing they pay you for is the vacation time, right?
That's it.
Your PTO. Your PTO is what they add, but then they tax you for it.
You see, that's a scam. They give you sick time and then say you can't use it, or you can't give you time off. You're sick. So you got to sometimes guys do it. People do it. I'm going to get a letter from my doctor say I need to be out for 2 weeks so I could take some sick time.
I've done it.
People do it all the time.
I've done it. But I can say when I had the most amazing manager at the hospital, amazing. Because even her, she's like, go get a note. I'm not going to work you to death for this hospital.
That's right.
Go get a note. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, go get a note. Be off.
So it's 10:54. So guys, as we're saying, we're just saying, think about it. Don't kill yourself. Nobody say don't take care of your family. Do what you got to do. We're saying that. Think about how much your life is actually worth. Is it worth what somebody's paying you? And if you think it's not worth what somebody's paying you, you got to come up with a different option. And that's what I'm working on. I'm working on different options. So again, it's one of those situations that you have to do what you got to do. We're just saying your life is worth more than what somebody's paying you for.
Yes.
And if you think your life is not worth more than that, then you really need to assess yourself.
Yeah, then you'll be like I said, it's nothing wrong. I work. But do I kill myself even though I work from home? No, I will not.
Yep.
I will not.
It's one of those things.
Because if I died at 12, my job is being listed by at least 1:30.
I agreed. And also, damn, I just had a brain freeze. What else we talked about this morning? So I'll try to remember what I was going to say.
We talked about this morning. Oh gosh, we just kind of went all over.
Yeah. We talked a lot. I played music for the first 45 minutes. So if y'all talking about we talking for a long time and there's no music, I played music for the first 35, 40 minutes. So if you missed it, you missed it. It's just one of the situations that sometimes we're going to talk more than normal. Sometimes it's good subject to talk about, and then we'll get into more of that. But sometimes we have to work together so we get out of these situations that, you like, blessing. Sometimes your blessing don't come in money. I mentioned that again. I say one more time. Sometimes your blessing is not money. It might be a long life.
Yes.
It might be healthy kids. It might be healthy parents. It might be whatever the situation is. Or health for yourself. So sometimes we look at it and say, I don't have enough money. I can't do this and that. Sometimes blessing depends how God looking at. Money is not your blessing. Sometimes long life, health, happy. You have plenty of grandkids. Whatever the situation is, that blessing don't always come in the form of money. So we just have to look at it that way. Sometimes money isn't. Some people blessing is money for some. Sometimes money is cursed for some.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Your blessing, everybody's blessing is not going to be money.
Yep.
It's really not. You have to look further than money. We all want it. We all want to be in a financial state where we can do what we want, but that might not be the life for you.
Yep. That's not my.
You might be living a comfortable life you're supposed to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your path might be different.
It might be different.
Yep.
And it might and the thing about it is the money blessing could come from your kids or your grandkids.
That's right.
It doesn't necessarily have to come from you. It can go down the line and come from one of them.
Yeah. Your generation might not have the money, but
the next
your kids might be the generation that's gonna reap your hard work. That's
Yes.
you gotta look at it. So, it's one of those things. But again, if you can get out of your situation, your life is worth more than what somebody's willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
1 hour of your life is more important than what somebody's willing to pay for it. That's all I'm saying.
That's all. We're not telling you quit your job. We're not saying if you're working that it's not good. It's good. It's good for those. As I said, being an entrepreneur, running your own business is not for everyone. We need teachers. We need workers. We need that. So don't, let me go find something else. No, if that works for you and that lives your lifestyle, that's good. But at the same time, think about yourself at that job too. Just remember, if you pass away at 12, your job's posted by 1:30.
That's right. Tony said the question, whose system you're under? Exactly. That's the question. Oh, so whose system? Exactly. But remember, if you live in the United States of America, the system is built to have rich and poor. Somebody have to work for the rich people. That's the poor people. That's how it works. Somebody has to be at that Burger King. Somebody has to be at that McDonald's.
Right.
Somebody has to be pulling no lines up. Somebody, if everybody is at the same level, there's not going to be anybody on the lower level to do the work for everybody else.
Right.
That's just how it works. Chopping the line for me. Shout out to Poison. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about this morning. So thank you guys. We really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. So again, your life is worth more than what somebody is willing to pay for it. That's all I'm saying. So good morning. Shout out to DWC Radio, One Link Radio, Vibes Corner Radio, One Radio, Link, Power Sign Radio. I am Caribbean, CMBIS Radio, Island Jam, Young and Fresh. Get with the Fix, Industry Rock Radio, Jamaica Radio, V-Link Radio, Crystal Radio, Fan Zone Radio, NRG Online Radio, and Reggae Showtime. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody.
Yes. Oh, and today is my sister's birthday. I hope she's listening this morning. So happy 31st birthday, Emilo.
Happy birthday, sis.
Today's her 31st.
Your gift is on the way.
Hey. Nah, our gift is actually I'm taking her on a cruise. A 5-day cruise.
5 days.
Yeah, taking her. It's her first time, so I don't want to rush her with 7.
Oh, she listen, those cruise. I went on a fishing boat one day. I went to go fish. I was in Florida, and I got so sick. I said, never again.
Oh,
I threw up. I was seasick.
The cruise is different. You got to do a cruise at least once. It's told you don't feel it.
I know.
You don't. Like I love cruising.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, I cruise for free. I have to tell y'all how tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna tell y'all how to cruise for free.
All right, free cruising. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, guys. Oh, don't forget, fully loaded today from 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. fully loaded. Check it out. DJ Kotak, no, DJ Ruga, DJ, then after that, DJ Poison, after that, DJ Infinity, after that is DJ Mr. Young. Check it out, 4 p.m. until 9 p.m. Again,
I'll be tuned in.
Good afternoon, everybody. Peace. I was supposed to play a song. I'm trying to find it.
Nice. You're now tuned in with the boss of the business.
OneRadio.link. The program. Tell me, have you ever sat to think what make a girl cheat? Have you ever asked her if she like how you do it? You need to check yourself before you start kiss your teeth. You not ready for this yet, boy. Have you ever wondered where make a girl come? A woman must be satisfied before you say you're done. You can't say a thing if you end up a get fun. You not ready for this yet, boy. You're a little fool, I say I him rule the world. How him a bum scary and a sleep over world. Get your act together before you look another girl. You not ready for this yet, boy. Did you even realize a woman have mood? You have to know the angle.